What is Vastu Shastra?
वास्तु इज शास्त्र ऑफ इमोशंस. उसे भावनाओं का शास्त्र कहा जाता है. That's what all Instagram tells.
So if I am positive, if I have got all the right energies, do the directions of the house matter at all?
You go in the house and you find out some unauspicious event, like somebody passed away. Will that house give you the happiness?
इसका ये उपाय करेंगे तो ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगा. अगर साउथ फेसिंग है तो आप पंचमुखी हनुमान जी का फोटो लगा दीजिए.
We can do certain remedies underground, under the flooring. We can't just put the Hanumanji's picture or the Lord Sun's pratima and then the problem is solved. Life is not that easy.
There is some element of superstition which is associated with Vastu.
We believe it or not, it does happen.
Is there an ideal direction for a home or an apartment?
Certain basic rules if we follow while getting any house, though it is rental or it is ownership. That
We live in cities, high-rise apartments, compact spaces. How's Vastu being adapted there?
there comes the role of Astro Vastu.
People like me who lease apartments, you can't really make too many structural changes.
Believe me, people who are whole day scrolling through the Instagram and watching reels and doing this, do agarbatti lagao or ilaichi rakho and problem solve. Believe me, karma is not that easy to let it go.
Outside of the Indian population, do you think Vastu as a concept is growing beyond the Indian diaspora?
What I notice is they believe more than Indians, or they follow it blindly. They don't ask remedies.
If there is one Vastu principle you think that can be applied to improve your mental health, what would it be?
The basic rule is this will take away many of your worries.
What is more critical in Vastu? Entrance of your apartment or the placement of your bedroom?
Okay, both are not critical. The most critical is the bathroom placement.
For a house to be successful, the objects in it must communicate with one another, respond and balance one another.
Look for the silver lining whenever a cloud appears in the blue.
Hello and welcome to Between Us. Make every conversation count. Today, I am in conversation with Acharya Tejasvi Bhosle ji. She has over a decade and a half of experience in Vastu Shastra. But today we are going to look beyond just the spaces, the directions. We are going to dig deeper into our Vedic sciences and how astrology and our planets are linked to Vastu Shastra. Tejasvi ji, Acharya Tejasvi ji, thank you for coming on the show.
Pranam.
And I look forward to this very interesting conversation because I personally have a lot of questions on Vastu.
That usually happens, yeah. That wherever I go, I get a lot of questions. So I will be happy to answer them.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. So I have two questions. One is, what is Vastu Shastra? Because whatever little I know is placement of certain things. That's what Vastu is about. Energy, vibration. So that's the first part of the question is, what is Vastu Shastra? And if you could also share, how does it connect with Jyotish and Ayurveda from a Vedic science perspective?
Okay. So, Pranam, Vastu Shastra, the first question you ask, what is Vastu Shastra? So, Vastu is basically our first home. And our first home is our body.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we take a birth, we enter in our body, our soul first. So, that is our first home. We have to start taking care of our body, our surroundings, then our house, and then the universe. So, that all is the segment of our Vastu. When we see the Vastu, it is Graha, Tattva, Dasha, Disha, and Devata. So that means planets are connected with everything. They are in the astrology, they are in Vastu, they are in meditation, in body chakras. So everything is synchronized and linked with planets. So we have to understand our planets, 5 elements, the sunlight, position of sun and sun rays in which direction they come in home, and the structure, the shape, form of the particular Vastu. That all matters a lot in our day-to-day life and the major events in our destiny chart.
I can understand this one thing I can share. So I feel that the energy we carry, the vibrations we have within, even if all the elements of Vastu is right, But if we don't carry that right energy, it'll have an impact in the way in the house you move to, right?
Yes, it will have impact. You might not be witness it or feel it, but impact will be there because it is a science and it works
Okay.
whether we believe or we synchronize or not. If everything is perfect. So what we are doing here is our mind. We have to work on our mind, our heart. So what is our soul feeling is different. The event can be same, but how we look at it. I'll give you the example here. Let's say in the day-to-day life, separation. Let's talk about the relationships. So when the particular Vastu or your destiny says there is a separation in the couple. So what is the meaning? The first thought comes is a sorrow, the bad impact. But in the separation, if one person, one partner move out of the country for the better job for 5 years, isn't it the happy event? It is. So it is the way we look at it, but the event is same. There is a separation.
So you are saying that if there is a separation, and if how we look at it,
How we look at it and how our planet has placed for us.
okay? If I were to go back and ask you, what is the spiritual and historical origins of Vastu?
Okay. So, spiritual and historical, when we talk about, we are so proud that our ancient science, the Bharat, our country's ancient science is the oldest one. We have the oldest religion, we have the oldest spiritual practices, the Vedas, everything has carried that all lifestyle and rules and regulations and the planetary positions and the deep knowledge about the distance of the planets from the earth and their impact on our body. That all comes there in the spiritual part of the Vastu. And that's how some mantras also are there built up. In Vastu also there are 4 directions. Every direction has their own particular, its own particular Bij mantra. So that Bij mantra is connected to universe and particular planet of that direction, which
Okay.
represents.
The 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space. It is said that they form the foundation of Vastu principles. Can you explain it a little bit?
Yes. When we take a birth, as I said, that is the beginning of our life, and our body also is the perfect balance of 5 elements. Our surroundings also has to be in the perfect balance of 5 elements. Let's say in the ancient time, we used to live in jungle. So we had access to all the natural things, natural water, resources, plants, everything was there. Open sky was there. Now, since we are going towards the modern lifestyle, the more we are progressing, the more we are restricting our lifestyle. And we are creating the more walls around us. That walls are restricting the energies of that 5 elements by entering in our house and to our body and environment. So, if we take a perfect balance of these 5 elements in our Vastu, that comes as our home. So, which direction? Let's say the north. North is the water element. So, water element, we connect with progress, opportunities and money. So, that direction has to be open. There has to be maximum windows or the door in our house.
Okay.
So, the opportunities will come and grab.
So I want to just stop you here and ask you this. So like when I'm looking for an apartment or a home, I always get this advice from my mom that it has to be east facing or northeast facing. It should not be south facing because if it's south facing, it's harmful. Can you explain a little bit what that means?
Yeah.
And do these directions really matter?
Okay.
Because you said that the first and most important home is your body. So if I am positive, if I have got all the right energies, do the directions of the house matter at all?
They do matter.
Okay.
Because when I say body, that means our body has and aligned with 5 elements. That means we have to walk on the grass in the morning, take a morning sunlight, keep some healthy habits in our lifestyle. And that's how our body gets rejuvenated and get connected to the 5 elements. But at the same time, when universe has the similar energies, let's say the north, Jala Tattva is the water element in our body. 70% water is body. But if the north is not open, the water element of the house is imbalanced and that impacts on our body sooner or later. It will. Now, how sooner and later? That answer is lied in the astrology. You will find it there that what can be the time frame when the particular event will happen in that house.
So just for my understanding, I have also seen people tell that इसका ये उपाय करेंगे तो ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगा. अगर साउथ फेसिंग है तो आप पंचमुखी हनुमान जी का फोटो लगा दीजिए. So just from my perspective, my question is that the way I look at it is that whether you keep him outside or not, if you keep him in your heart, if you believe in him,
Yeah.
I feel that my faith says that it will protect me, irrespective of how the house is.
Mhm.
I have seen that in personally, and I'm just trying to understand this, is that perfect house, but घर में कलेश है,
हाँ.
आपस में कलेश है. वो घर कितना भी अच्छा हो, it doesn't work, right? And I have seen friends who have moved into house which may not be very vastu perfect, but amongst themselves, very harmonious relationship, healthy relationship, helping each other, being nice to other people. And people have had a very good experience living there. So I'm not questioning Vastu. I'm just trying to understand that, because I really like the answer you gave. The first answer you said is that it begins with you. And so what are your thoughts on that? What do you feel?
Okay, so to understand this more better, let's go to the roots. When we imagine the house, let's say you want to build a house. Whom you approach first? You have open plot and you want to construct house on that plot. Whom you will approach first? You have money also. So you will go architecture, builder, like there is what people are connected to constructing house, whom you will approach very first.
I think first and foremost thing I would do is, when it's like, that's a good question. Who will I approach first? पहले तो मैं जमीन land का पूजा करूंगा. I'll take God's blessings, and I'll probably reach out to some of my friends who have built house on a land, on a plot of land, and approach a contractor or an
Right.
who can help me construct
Will
the house.
construct the house there. But before reaching the constructor, you need architect who can give you the plan, the perfect plan for that. So you take a plan, then you go to the builder. You constructed your house. Now the third step comes interior part, because house is ready. Now you need interior. You got the interior done. Now the house is so beautiful. You have spent all money to complete your desire. And the house has become very perfect. The plan and everything is correct. The interior is very soothing, elegant. You go in the house and you find out some unauspicious event, like somebody passed away or someone got the disease or you lost the job, something will happen. Will that house give you the happiness? As soon as you enter there, within a month or two, you face some tragedy in the family. Will that good expensive interior or the well structured, well planned house give you the good vibes?
No, it is not.
It will not. Because Vastu is Shastra of emotions. उसे भावनाओं का शास्त्र कहा जाता है. So that house is the body.
Okay.
And the soul is Vastu in that house. So to get that soul, we need to understand the directions, that from where sunlight has to come, from where it should not come.
And that's very scientific.
Now your question is that the south facing house, you put the Hanuman photo on there, or someone who has the south facing, they can put the Hanuman photo and
That's what
obstacles
people tell.
will be stopped. That's what all Instagram tells. Is what I will say.
And I'll tell you
Everybody says.
the building I live in,
Yeah.
it has got 10 floors. Every floor is a 2-bedroom and a 4-bedroom. All the 4 bedrooms are supposedly south facing. The 2-bedroom apartment where I live has is east-west. So
East-west facing.
how I chose the house 5 years back was I walked into the apartment. I looked at about 15 apartments. And I walked into this apartment. It's a rented house. I walked into this apartment, brand new apartment. The landlord had just got the keys. I entered the apartment. The first thing I see is sunlight.
Right.
Right. I had gone at about 4:35. I was there for 1 hour. There was sunlight. So it was absolute east-west, which means the sun, you can see the sunrise, you can see the sun. I chose this house. Of course, my mother tells me east-west hona chahiye, but I chose the house personally because there was a lot of light.
Mhm.
It had a lot of open spaces.
Right.
And it made me happy from within.
That's because light,
Hmm.
energy.
Hmm.
Energy makes us happy.
Hmm.
Energy builds up immunity also.
Huh.
And the more we go towards the sunset in the dark, then we start feeling afraid or scared, or we start developing the worries.
Hmm.
Whole day goes well. In the evening, we remember EMI bharna hai, ye karna hai, kiska kya dena hai. That happens because the energy is low.
Hmm.
Our thought process change. So certain basic rules, if we follow while getting any house, though it is rental or it is ownership,
Hmm.
that east and north has to be open, south and west has to be closed.
Okay.
Now, earlier, as your mother said, east west house has to be open. Of course, she is right, but that time it used to be individual houses,
Hmm.
and west used to be the back door,
Hmm.
and east was the front door.
Hmm.
In the flat, if you have a east facing house, is the sunlight going to come from there? Definitely not.
Hmm.
Windows are more priority.
Hmm.
So, when we look at the flat system,
Mhm.
we have to give priority to the windows. Let's
Hmm.
say you got the east facing house, all windows will go to the south direction.
Hmm.
So the priority has to be the windows. Why windows in flat? Because earlier our houses had 5 by 5, 5 feet by 5 feet inches windows.
Hmm.
Now we have French windows, big galleries, big terraces,
Hmm.
which is French culture, not Indian culture.
Hmm.
We adopted French culture because we keep going to the different countries. What we like, we get here, and the construction come that way. But in France, they need more sunlight. There is very cold weather. There are skin problems. That's why these people has that windows. Now, in our country, there is sun. Already very hot weather is there. Ushna Katibandha, we call it in the Hindi or Marathi. And that, again, we got the French window, and that too in the south direction.
Hmm.
So the energy, when it enters in the house, all the tamasic energy or the sun rays comes in the house. So when we live in such house, our mental imbalance changes.
Hmm.
Anger issues encourages. Crime encourages. Abusive things encourages in that particular house when the south is open.
Hmm.
So it is not only the south facing door. Correcting a south facing door in the flat is easy than correcting the south facing terrace.
Hmm.
So we have to understand what is better. And the way I ask you question that where you will go first to construct the house. So first someone has to go to astrologer and then Vastu consultant or Astro Vastu consultant, not even the Vastu consultant first, to find out is it the right time to buy a house or not for you.
Hmm.
Because if it is not the right time, there will be some circumstances you will not get to go in that house. Some problems will happen, possession will delay or something will happen. So first we have to identify that time frame. Is it the right time to buy our own house? Are we going to be happy once we go there?
Hmm.
And then you go for house. Then find out the Vastu consultant. If it is Astro Vastu consultant, that person will tell you what is your Bhagya Disha,
Hmm.
where your destiny is going to lead you, and that direction, how it is placed in your house or in that open plot. He will give you the basic things that your windows has to be here, bathroom has to be here, particular. Then you go to architecture, then
Hmm.
make it, and then it becomes the balance of body and soul complete, and it makes happiness.
If I were to go back into your journey, when did you first enter or when did you first decide to get into this? How did this happen?
Yeah, it all started long back. Even I don't remember because I have grew up with my grandmother and she was an astrologer.
Mhm.
So it has started very long ago, since my childhood only, but I was not consciously part of it.
Hmm.
My study was in the different direction, and this somehow the learning which I adopted while growing.
Hmm.
Quite interesting it was because I have grew up by seeing her that she's giving certain mantras to somebody and people come back again by sharing the happy news that this is happening. And I was wondering how this is possible, that one normal thing can change the life.
Hmm.
I did completed my study in different structure, but there was a time suddenly that I started giving in college time or something. I started giving, yeah, my grandma does this. You try this. If you are sick, try this. You have this problem, try this. And that started working.
Okay.
And that's how I was like, okay, it's a miracle. It started with miracle. Then I started taking it as a seriously that why not pursuing study in this?
Hmm.
Then I completed my Vastu degree of 4 years from the Kavi Kuluguru Kalidas Vidyalaya, that is government recognized university. And then I understood it is not a miracle. It's completely science.
Mhm.
There is a science, there is a maths.
Mhm.
And I will not say that Vastu is science. I will say science is the part of our ancient structure. Science
Mhm.
is the very smallest part of it.
Mhm. Um, there is some element of superstition which is associated with Vastu,
Yeah.
right? Some people say that. What is your message to people who talk about that Vastu? There is a lot of superstition in it. Directions don't matter. This don't matter. What are your thoughts on that?
What I have learned that we believe it or not, it does happen. Now I say I am breathing air. I'm not breathing oxygen.
Hmm.
What I believe, does it really matters? I anyways taking oxygen. So Vastu is like that. You believe it or not, you have come up with the destiny plan and you have come up in the particular house. That house is gonna impact you, good or bad way.
All right.
And when somebody is not believing,
Hmm.
what I have learned is not to go and correct them and convince, because that is how their karma is leading them, because they still have something to clear.
Do you believe that Vastu plays an important role in creating energy within spaces to build harmony?
It does. Vastu creates a very important role. How? That when we come up with the destiny plan that our astrology tells us. So what we come up and what we not. So whatever is lack there, we can fix in the Vastu. What planet is not good way placed in my horoscope, I can identify the direction of that particular. Let's say the south direction. So we have to, if the south planet is not good, or southwest, which is the very hot topic on the internet nowadays, southwest direction, like it's always inauspicious. And in particular person's chart, if the Rahu is malefic or Rahu is in the 4th house, that person always and always get southwest facing house. So there are certain remedies that now it is a dual problem. One is in the house, that southwest is open, one is in your Kundali. Can I go to change my planet from 4th house to 5th? I cannot modify my Kundali, I can modify my house. So Rahu is placed in southwest, then I have to make sure southwest is heavy, southwest is closed and well organized, decluttered. That will improve my horoscopes. Certain events, certain karmas we cannot completely clear, but we can make changes in that and reduce the impact. And that's how the obstacle will reduce, certain things will change and life will be better and livable.
So tell me something. Is there an ideal direction for a home or an apartment?
Yes. Everybody's house, it is very general. Basic rules everybody should know, that east and north has to be open, and bathroom placements in southeast and northeast never ever has to be there. If it is in the northeast, there is a health issues in that house. If it is in the southeast, financial issues. It does come.
So when we say, they say, like when we talk to a broker or you talk to a builder, we ask entrance should be northeast or something.
Right.
So when you say entrance, is it when you're standing inside the apartment and you're moving out? Is that what entrance means?
Yeah, that I'll guide. Before that, I would like to enlighten a little bit that northeast, as per Vastu, if we go little deeper, that the 45 devatas, northeast is not the auspicious entrance. North or east. It should not be northeast.
Okay.
Yeah, it always has to be the main directions.
Okay.
Not the sub-directions, because sub-directions carries 2 different elements. And if there is an imbalance, 2 elements will be disturbed instead of 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we will go to your actual question, that how to check the directions. Many of the time what happens, we go in the particular property and we open the door and we stand in the main entrance and check it. So there are 3 ways we always should check. First, we have to identify the center of that property, that is called Brahmasthana. We have to stand at the Brahmasthana and then we hold the compass or keep it on the floor, the best way I say, to get the accurate degrees, and then check the directions, that from that center, in which direction the kitchen is, in which direction living room is, instead of main entrance.
Okay. So what is the Brahmasthanam?
Brahmasthan is Nabhisthana or center of the house.
Mhm.
The way our birth happens and the moment our umbilical cord gets cut, we get connected to universe.
Hmm.
And before that, all our portion and our growing up was happening from our mother's body to umbilical cord to the navel chakra.
Mhm.
So that navel chakra in our Vastu, it is located in the Brahmasthana.
Mhm.
So all four directions, four sub-directions, open sky, open space, and the five elements, every energy comes in the equal amount to the Brahmasthana and then it get again spread around. If it is balanced energy, then that house is filled with the chain of good events and happiness.
So that's one myth, that it's not the entrance.
It's not the entrance. It can be the entrance, the second one, but the priority first you have to identify from the center, from the Brahmasthana. If you go to the main entrance, it's gonna give you the similar result, but the degree will change and not the accurate where is the kitchen and other, because then you are counting the part of behind you also from the main door. So that completely changes.
Wow. I'm gonna. So when
I tell you, many of the people buy south-facing houses by thinking it is not facing, because they check from the entrance what direction they are facing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to understand this because 2 months back I've moved to Noida,
Mhm.
and when I was looking for an apartment, the brokers would say, "कोई टेंशन नहीं है साहब, नॉर्थ ईस्ट है,
Yeah.
सब लोग नॉर्थ ईस्ट ले रहे हैं," right? And I would often wonder that, do these things really matter? So in my heart, I believe in my God. When I move, I try my best to have all the directions right. But if I don't get it, because when you travel, I have this question for you. You stay in different hotels, right?
Right.
You can't specifically go out there and tell them I want this direction ka room, because whatever is available is available. You can request
Yeah.
at the max, especially if you're going to stay there for 3, 4, 5 days. Now, my question to you is, what if you are staying in a place or in a room which may not be as per the direction?
Okay.
Will my work not happen?
I'll give you the small story here.
Hmm.
Shravan Bal, everybody knows, if we are Indian, everybody knows, especially in Maharashtra, that Shravan Kumar.
Hmm.
Shravan Kumar was like very devoted to his parents.
Hmm.
His parents were blind and he was like, he's devoted his life that I will take care of them only in my this life. They wanted to see all the pilgrimages. So he took them, he carried them on his shoulders and he started his journey. That time there were no hotel concepts. There was dharamshalas. We used to go from one city or one village to another city and take a rest in that dharamshala after sunset, and next morning we used to move and go ahead. So one time what happened that he entered in the particular village. There he went in that dharamshala, which was not very auspicious as per Vastu. He gave food to his parents and he went to sleep. While he was sleeping, his mind started wondering, what am I doing? I'm a young guy. I can easily get a good girl. I can get married and I'm carrying these two blind people and just taking the responsibility. What if I leave them here only? What if I not then continue? I can easily get rid of them. And he decides that tomorrow morning I'm going to leave them here and I will go to my next journey. Now then he clears his thought that yes, I have to leave them, but not here because I spent a night. I'll go to next village, leave them, and then I'll just disappear. So he crossed the border of that village. He enters in the different dharamshala, and his thought process completely changes. That what I was thinking? These are my parents. They have given me the life. I cannot do that. So the impact of that thought completely changed from positive to negative as per the Vastu and the energies of that particular place. Let's say you are in hotel room. So no matter the windows are open, east or north, I have earlier spoken about the form of that Vastu, that is the shape. There are cuts. There are windows, but there are cuts. There are ducts. There are bathrooms. Different shapes comes. And then what happens, that particular, let's say in the north, there is a window, but there is cut. Again, it is inauspicious because the energy got cut and disconnected. So that again gives different impact. And you are in particular hotel room and you keep changing every day. So have you seen that in particular place, you get disturbed sleep? Or you get dreams.
Yes.
Some places you really enjoy the food and some places you feel it is not good. it is not worthy. These all experience, and sometimes it might happen that you go for very important work and it get cancelled as soon as you just check in there. So this all is Vastu impact.
That part you said, where there are some hotel rooms you go and you get good sleep, you
Yeah.
feel good. That happens with me all the time, especially when I used to be traveling and working. There were some places where I would just, I can't relate it to the fact that meetings got cancelled because of the room. I didn't
Yeah,
think
it
about it
does
that way.
happen.
All right. So with that, we move to the next segment. What's brewing? And what's brewing is about emerging trends, challenges, and some of the innovations which are happening in the space of Vastu. So I understand whatever little I could understand now, or what I understood right now is that if you're looking at a proper house, I think that all of the things you spoke about in terms of Vastu can work. But we live in cities, high-rise apartments, compact spaces. How's Vastu being adapted there? How are people actually using Vastu there?
Okay. So there comes the role of Astro Vastu.
Mm-hmm.
Because every building has multiple storage.
Mm-hmm.
Different floor has the similar structure. Now the shape of that property is same, but you will not see the everybody is happy in that wing. One floor somebody is dealing with something, another floor they are very happy, prosperating. Above them some different problem. I'll share with you the experience when we inspected one property. It was on the second floor of a particular building in Pune. And the Vastu came to us, that client came to us because the moment she entered in that house, she lost her husband in 2 or 3 months. So she was not feeling good in that house and we were supposed to inspect that. When we checked the house and direction, west direction was open, and east-west house, when we say west also has to be closed in Vastu because west ruled by Saturn and Saturn is Vairagya. So Saturn disturbs the married life and Saturn is air element. West is air elements, thought of wandering thoughts. So it doesn't give balance in relationships that way. So we noticed that that happened. But above that floor, the lady who was supposed to be her friend, she was with her. Her experience was different. She was happy in her life. She was good. But then when we asked her that when she moved in that apartment, was there any significant change in her life? She said, yes. As soon as we come here, my husband got job in Dubai and it's been like 4 or 5 years he's there only. But whenever he tried to come back, his visa get cancelled or some emergency comes and he's not able to come back. So in both of the cases, separation is there. That is given by that Vastu. Now why the event is different? Because the event is decided by the destiny of 2 different women. One was down, so what her horoscope says, and one was up, what her horoscope says.
People like me who lease apartments, who are renting an apartment, you can't really make too many structural changes because it's not your apartment.
Right.
What kind of adjustments or what do you think they should do to make sure that they are living in a Vastu compliant place?
Right. So in our country, if we say maximum of our population, they live in buildings or structured houses. So already there are limitations to do certain things. We cannot change the form of that particular building. We can do the internal changes, but we cannot do the outside structural changes. And now there are so many solutions that we can do certain remedies underground, under the flooring. So it all has to connected. We can't just put the Hanumanji's picture or the Lord Sun's Pratima and then the problem is solved. Life is not that easy. Believe me, people who are whole day scrolling through the Instagram and watching reels and doing this, do agarbatti laga or ilaichi rakho and problem solve. Believe me, karma is not that easy to let it go. We have to deal with it. So when we are talking about Vastu, elements and light, we have to find out the solutions also from them. So if we talk about the east direction, as we say, so find out who's the Lord of East. Lord Sun. Lord Sun, what it represents? Energy and light. So your east has to be well lit. Silver is connected to moon. East is connected to planet. sun. Sun is connected to ruby. So, the particular gemstone of that direction, particular food of that direction has to be in our diet. The particular exercise, let's say east is closed, then start doing Surya Namaskar. And that will enhance. North is closed in particular house, or north has a toilet, north has a staircase. These are the problems for north. North is the water element. Water element connects to the female body as per science rather than male body. So what will happen? The maximum health issues will come to the females in that house. So let's say it is a rented apartment. You cannot do more changes there. So what we can do is you find out the astrological solutions and some remedies of Vastu, that there are lingams or particular yantras that you can place in that house. And then there are some pranayam techniques, that is our yoga and certain food. So moon rules north. So moon again represents the milk. So that female has to start taking milk in the nights. Kapalbhati pranayam or Ujjaini pranayam. She has to start doing pranayam for her good health. That's how we can at least delay the problem, by taking help from Ayurveda and yoga. And then we will do certain remedies. Let's say it is a north, then you keep a chandelier in that direction, because it will be light and crystals, it will be enlightened. It is the positivity direction. You keep a water fountain, fish tank. These things we easily can do in any house.
All right. So,
But placing the picture of water fountain will not help. You have to keep the actual fish tank or water body there.
okay. Vastu as a concept is picking up, and I know you are looking at, you're going all the way to New Jersey now to set up your office. Outside of the Indian population, do you think Vastu as a concept is growing beyond the Indian diaspora?
Yes, it does.
Because I know that Ayurveda and Yoga, they are growing outside of the Indian population. Is Vastu also having a...
Vastu also is equally growing, and people are very conscious about Vastu, because the way we are talking about the directions of our house, if we consider the directions of that particular country or that state, that what is there, like in our country, north is Himalaya. So we have to check the Vastu of that particular country and then make the changes. Let's say USA, it is a north, extreme north. So it is maximum cold and snowfall. So in that houses, if we see the maximum issues are coming with the next generations, either infertility or there are kids but they don't listen or they get addicted to certain things. Why? Because the prana, the energy is less, which is coming from the east direction, and north is open, but it is a cold region. So they are not getting sunlight. So equally they have to get the east direction also well treated.
So do you have inquiries from people who are not Indians wanting to understand Vastu?
Yeah, I do have inquiries from Austria also, which are completely foreigners, not Indians. And in New Jersey also, we just started rebuilding the house from the scratch. The person is a foreigner. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And what I notice is they believe more than Indians, or they follow it blindly. They don't ask remedies. They just do it when you guide them.
I think sometimes that helps.
Yeah.
It's just my personal perspective. When you start working with clients who are not Indians, who are beyond, has that helped you better understand Vastu, or have you gained something new from the in Vastu? Have you learned something new during the course of your practice?
There is always a learning, and our learning phase is never ends. Like I said that I completed my degree, but I did not stop there, the first thing. Then I started my guru, Sri Narendra Hari Sahasrabuddhe. He is world-renowned Vastu consultant. He works in USA, Russia, in all major countries. So with him, I got the experience to treat these all foreigners in the beginning of my time of practice. And what I notice is, if we guide something, they do it exactly the way we guide. If we guide something to our people, then they find out, I can't do this, give me some other option. That some other option delays the process of perfection in your life.
Okay.
I'm not saying that they are better. We are better. It is our Shastra. All we have to do is just follow it.
If there is one Vastu principle you think that can be applied to improve your mental health? What would it be?
So our mental health is connected with the bright light.
Hmm.
Depression comes when there is a cold. In winters, we started feeling dull so
Hmm.
quickly. Summer, we feel very tamasic or angry. But
Hmm.
when it is a balance in between that, the change of weather time,
Hmm.
we feel better. So east has to be well opened in the house in terms of the mental balance.
Okay.
Yeah. And south has to be closed. And the basic rule is how to sleep. That sleeping position matters in our mental balance. That the bedroom has to be in the southwest and head is towards south and legs towards north. This will take away many of your worries.
Head towards south.
South.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to check today.
So when you go to some hotel and you find out that you might not get the peaceful sleep because we get the vibes
Hmm.
of that room, then try this, particularly sleep keeping your head towards south.
I'm going to do that. I promise you. Do you think there's a specific element in the Vastu which people completely underestimate?
No, there is no. There is always a balance in universe. So we have to keep everything in balance and perfect alignment.
My question
The
was,
element. Okay.
is there, and I'll ask you the question again,
Mhm.
but basic question ye hai ki, is there any aspect of Vastu which people completely underestimate? Ki ye nahi hoga,
No.
nahi hai na?
No.
What,
Everything has equal importance. Let's say our 5 fingers, they are not equal size, but they come together and they come on the same position. So everything equally matters.
okay. Before we move to the next segment, you have to, I don't know whether this should be a part of the rapid fire or not, but I'm still asking this. What is more critical in Vastu? The entrance of the building or the placement of the bedroom? Entrance of your apartment or the placement of your bedroom?
Okay, both are not critical. The most critical is the bathroom placement, which is in the southeast or northeast is very difficult to treatable. There is no remedy in Shastra as per Shastra to treat the northeast or southeast bathroom. The first and very first remedy is to remove the bathroom.
Wow.
Then later we can do, yes.
हाँ.
Everything has a remedy, I will say here. बट उस उपाय शास्त्र का अपाय शास्त्र नहीं होना चाहिए. इट शुड नॉट क्रिएट द मोर प्रॉब्लम्स इन आवर लाइफ एंड इट शुड नॉट गेट द एक्सपेंसिव. इफ यू बाय अ हाउस, लेट्स से द 2 BHK with 60-70 lakh rupees, just to treat that bathroom you cannot spend 10-15 lakh rupees to do the remedy. So logic also has to be applied while doing the remedies or corrections. So this is the problem which is almost impossible to rectify.
All right. So thank you. With that, we move to the third and final segment, which is a rapid fire. A lot of fun and interactive questions for you.
Okay.
What's the most surprising or unconventional space you have been asked to apply Vastu to? Has anyone asked you?
Can you ask again?
What is the most unconventional space you have been asked to apply Vastu to?
No, not yet. Because when it comes to the rules, I just give them the report that this is what you have to do and you have to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Vastu were a color, what would it be and why?
Blue or aqua green, please. Aqua blue.
And why?
Please. But that is my choice, not as per Shastra.
Huh.
Because space has the blue color maximum.
The best color in the
Yeah,
world,
the
believe
best
me.
color.
What's one book or movie that you feel represents Vastu principles perfectly?
Book or movie? Book, I can say my sir's book, Sahasra Mahavastu.
Mhm.
That is the wonderful book which is based on completely scientific reasons and
Mhm.
remedies
Okay.
about the Vastu.
Movie you can't say.
Movie, I cannot say any movie there for Vastu. There
Okay.
was in between Vastu Shastra movie came, that was a haunted movie and horror movie. So
Okay. If you had a superpower to instantly fix any Vastu problem, what would it be?
I would have opened north and east to everybody's house.
Mhm. If you could design your dream home with unlimited resources, okay, what will be the first Vastu principle you would apply?
South closed. Now you will see why the answer is different. Why others north and east and why for me south. Because I go little personalized with my horoscope.
Okay.
here.
This is the final part of the rapid fire question, and that is this or that. Traditional Vedic architecture or modern minimalist design?
Balance of both.
Okay.
Because
Pers-
our living style has changed.
Hmm.
So we need the foundation of traditional science, but our lifestyle and everything has changed. So it has to be balanced
Okay.
and synchronized.
Uh, personal intuition or strict adherence to Vastu guidelines?
Again, balance. Because intuitions or subconscious mind plays a very big role in any occult shastra.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know why my team put together this question, but Vastu for love and relationships or for career success?
Depends who wants what. And who has a career, they want good relationship. Who has relation, they need money to enjoy it.
Wonderful. Earth element or fire element? What's more powerful in shaping your energy?
Earth element is the more, I will say, because earth element is the element which absorb everything within it.
Mm-hmm.
If the fire, we say the fire is a jyoti and fire is a jwala. If we place a diya next to God, it gives very soothing energy, but something is burning,
Mm-hmm.
that gives very destructing energy.
Mhm.
But earth is the element that can control fire, absorb fire, water, space, everything.
Okay. Focus on individual rooms or the house as a whole?
House as a whole, when we focus, obviously individual rooms becomes a part of that.
100 on 100. Acharya ji, 100 on 100. So with that, we end our rapid fire question. And before we wrap up the episode, if you could share your personal journey from Pune to New Jersey, building the global Vastu practice, and how do you see Vastu evolving over the next few decades?
Okay, that is the most difficult part for me to put myself or to talk about myself. I can go hours and hours about Vastu.
Okay.
So basically, it was never my thought to do. I was supposed to do, I have a lot of interest in serving food or garnishing it and all. So my complete interest since my childhood was hotel management. And that's what I wanted to do. But my grandma, she was astrologer and she was a very good astrologer in that surrounding that time. So I grew up by watching her, learning for her. But I never gave a thought that I'll do this. And when there was a time after my high school to find out what direction I'm gonna go, I was very stubborn, I'll do this. And then she said, you're just gonna waste money because after this age of your life, you're gonna do astrology. I was like, kuch bhi. Who earns from this? This is not gonna pay and I don't even believe in this completely. It works, but it kind of, I don't know what it is. I completed my journey. I did my hotel management. I work in Florida and then I come back. That was my first and last job. I came back. Being from the Marathi family, the first thing my parents did is finding a right groom. And the moment my husband, he had a restaurant, he was in restaurant business. And I was very happy that, see, it is in my field. After the marriage, the first thing he told me that do something where you will get the freedom of time. Because in hotel, you will not get the freedom of time. The working hours will be fixed. So you will not be able to enjoy your life and work and find something interesting. I was just thinking what I can do the best. And in that day, the newspaper, I saw the ad for Vastu Shastra courses in this Kavi Kulaguru Vidyalaya from Pune. Somebody posted. I was like, why not give it a try? I already know many of the things. So I decided to do that. I did appear for that. And then I come to know, no, what I know is like nothing. There's a lot there in that. And that's how my journey started in Pune. After certain years, we decided to shift to Mumbai since he was from Mumbai. He was based in Mumbai. I was not ready for that change. Because I was well established in Pune. I was doing good and I just don't wanted to change things since my parents are also there. When I came to Mumbai, within just 2 to 3 years, my business flourished so good. And I was wondering that why this happened. So that answer was lying in the astrology, that wherever there is a water body, my business will grow.
Okay.
And in Pune, there is no water body. So I am born and brought up there, but I did not flourish the way I wanted to, which happened here in just 2 years. And that's how this takes me to across the ocean.
And that's how New Jersey happened.
Yeah.
So, have you set up your office in New Jersey? Or?
I did set up in North Brunswick.
Mhm. And has the operation started?
Operation started last month only. In September, we did started it.
What is your long-term vision for it? What do you want to do after this?
So my first vision is I want to teach Vastu. Instead of consulting, when we go to consult, we make a changes in one person's or one family's life. But if I teach it, that every person will make change in their own life. And that I want to give society, that maximum Vastu consultants has to be there, or at least they don't go professional, but they can make changes in their own life and family's life.
Wonderful. So your grandmom's words came true.
Yes.
Acharya Tejasvi ji, thank you so much for your time. I won't say that all my belief systems have changed, but I think some of the things which you said made a lot of sense. I know that there are certain places where I don't get sleep. Now I probably will try out. One final question is, there seems to be a sudden interest in our Vedic Shastras in the past few years. We've started exploring a lot. People are interested. Do you have any message for people who are buying homes and people who want to pursue Vastu Shastra?
Yes, I do have a message to them, that what I come a question across, that they want scientific reason. When I talk about Vastu, they need a logical and scientific reason behind that. Then only it is easy to convince somebody. But I want to tell them that there are certain problems which are beyond our subconscious mind, our conscious mind, and the answers are lying in subconscious. So to understand our subconscious, we have a different therapies, like psychologists are there, or different things are there. The way to understand our house and the directions, we do have to go to that level and understand it beyond the science.
Okay. We have to go beyond science. That's interesting. Thank you so much for coming over and sharing your insights. I was particularly interested because since I've moved to a new city, and I did do a lot of reading up, and and whatever little you hear from your family members, especially when you're moving to a new city or buying a new home or renting a new home, everybody has different opinions.
Right.
I wanted to, and sometimes you just follow because they are telling you to do it. So thank you. That was very insightful. So that was Acharya Tejasvi Bhosle ji. And as you heard from her journey from hotel management student all the way to becoming a Vastu consultant. My takeaway was that apart from all of the Vastu, principles you follow, I think it's important for us to have a very clear state of mind, have positive energies, keep our heart and mind open, and there are some answers which probably we may not find in our books. There are some things which we have to explore. There are some things which we have to go beyond our conscious mind to find answers to. And between us, these are the kind of stories we bring to each one of you. And today was about Vastu. I hope all of you enjoyed listening to this episode and you're able to make some changes. Those of you who are leasing an apartment or renting an apartment, as Acharya ji said, that you can't make structural changes, but maybe you can make some basic changes. But I think most importantly, we must carry good vibes and good energy within us, which will help us lead a healthy, happy, wholesome life. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Between Us podcast. The producer is Santosh Kumar and the associate producer is Samyak Kamble. The Between Us podcast uploads episodes weekly, and we'll see you next time.